Hi guys, welcome back to class. Wasn't that good? Thanks.
Nice. Welcome back to class.
I kind of like thought about that right before, and I was like,
this is
we're gonna
perfect.
keep the
You're
teaching
like,
theme.
This is a recent thought that I just had, and now it's funny.
And now we're going with
Wait, and I have more to add on that. We're gonna do some class intros.
Love. Even better. Class games.
We're here. Okay, well, I should say welcome back to Just a Bit. Just to preface, a lot of things are a bit, but like we're just chit-chatting being girlies today. But we have two of, I am calling you guys the internet's favorite teachers.
Oh my gosh,
I love
wait,
that.
that's
Well,
so nice.
but-
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie, I was doing like some stalking on y'all last night, and now my entire algorithm is
all
teachers.
teachers.
You're like, is it time? I don't know.
No, seriously. So now I'm like nervous to like offend the teacher community by saying that y'all are like the favorite, because now I'm like really infiltrated in the
Like there are a few
This is the next bit.
exactly.
You
But
are America's #1 teacher. You even
Exa-
voted this.
This could be good.
I have
wait,
no idea.
I was seeing your stories. Isn't there a convention coming up?
There
Yep.
is. Guys,
Literally, we
When
leave
is
on
it?
Sunday.
Yeah.
Can I come?
Yep.
You're like, is it time?
Well, I don't know if you know, but I recently quit my job, and so kind of looking for new outlets. So that might be one of them. My best friend told me that, not to cut you off, she told me that I'd be a really good 5th grade teacher, but a really awful 3rd grade teacher.
Wait, I feel that. 'Cause
Okay.
I would be a really bad 3rd grade teacher.
Y'all would be great at 3rd grade.
They're really emotional.
Okay,
They're
so this
so-
is
they
where we'll
think
get
it's
into intros. So,
Yeah,
because I was
okay.
going to ask what grade y'all teach.
Okay.
So we have PB and J.
Mm-hmm.
So Payton is
Yes.
PB, and then I was kind of confused on where the J came from.
A lot of people are
Yeah.
very confused.
I will say this is like a big misunderstanding because
Okay.
when we first started PB and J, she was Payton Beal and I was Taylor Johnson, and so
PB.
like we hadn't been married yet, and so the PB Payton Beal Johnson J, and then after we were like, wait, PB and J, that's hilarious, and then I got married, and then you got married.
I was going to say tidbit to people. Don't ever make your username something that's like, oh, I teach 3rd grade, because you'll change. Or
Yeah.
you might not be in teaching.
Mm-hmm.
So we should have just done Pay and Tay or something.
No, PB and
Now
J
you
really
can't change it.
works because I'm
Yeah.
like, y'all are PB and J, and I actually don't need to know why. You just are.
The best is like, they're like, I don't even know who's who. PB and J.
No, they're always like, "Are you PB?" And I'm like,
You're like,
"No."
close. Very close.
Do you guys know the What We Said podcast? You would love them. It's JC
really?
and Chelsea. They have a podcast, but they'll always introduce like, hi, like I'm the brunette, I'm the redhead part of the podcast. So
Wait.
you guys can be like, I'm the PB, I'm the J.
Wait, that's cute.
cute.
I've always wanted to have a podcast. I just feel like we can't add any more to our plate.
We're like, and just a few more things.
Yeah.
No,
Maybe 5 hours
I'm
long.
actually going to prohibit you guys from
You're like,
starting
cut.
anything else new. As much as I want it, like I was going to ask how y'all do it all. So like if you added a podcast, we would need like,
too much.
yeah,
Just a few more hours.
Yeah, no,
exactly.
I
And
wouldn't be able
so
to.
Plus, we get started and then we never end.
No, I know.
We're like, just,
We'd be like,
I'd have,
we just need like a platform to talk.
and it would be
well,
interrupting all. We're like, actually.
that's me right now. Keep interrupting because I'm just so excited.
No, please do because we will continue to talk.
I just
Queen
want
of word
to.
vomit.
I just want to say that I'm like a recovering teacher's pet. So like this is, I think I'm just trying to like relive that again, like just to
Right.
give some backstory in elementary school. Like people say like, oh, I peaked in high school. No, I peaked in elementary school.
Right. Mhm.
That was it.
And in the silent auctions when they would fundraise,
The
Did you get to
silent
be the principal
auction.
for the day?
not only that,
Oh.
I would be like, Mom, the only thing I want to bid on is having lunch with my teachers.
Wait, that's the sweetest.
That's really
Like
sweet.
that's all I would ever want, and I would win it every year. So like I think every
would
year.
win it every year.
From
I'm the only one
first
who
through
entered.
6th grade, I'm like, Mom, like I know we're in a recession, but I need you to put money on like me having a private lunch with my
Mom,
2nd grade
thousands of
teacher.
dollars.
You're like,
Yeah.
please, I need it.
No, seriously. So like, I remember in 6th grade, the teachers got to drive us off campus for the private lunch.
That's nice.
So
Wait,
like,
that's
I just,
I was gonna say I'd sign up for that.
yeah.
yeah, it was really
Wait,
cool.
if you had to guess, who was the troublemaker between the two of us, and who was the teacher's pet? What would
That's
you
a good
guess?
one.
Oh, I feel like you were teacher's pet and you were troublemaker.
Exact opposite.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Complete
I am
opposite.
such a rule. Well, when I was younger, I feel such a rule follower. I never wanted to make anybody upset.
Really?
And
I was
you were
such a hot
stealing
mess.
snacks.
I
Yeah.
was like stealing people's things. I was
Gosh.
such a bad kid.
Oh no, I was you. I was
like,
so,
please don't be yelled at. I got yelled at one time for talking too much, and I was like,
oh
this is awful.
no, like I would like I would set boundaries myself and be like, I can't sit next to my friends. Because I also get super overstimulated. So if there's multiple voices at once, I would just start like breaking
like,
down.
No,
I would
no.
literally be the one that would be like,
Mhm. Wait, by the way, your hair looks so good.
I went to Dry Bar this morning.
Wow, it looks
Thank you. It's really a
fantastic.
gamble going there, but
Yeah.
thank you so
No, it
much
looks
because
really good.
I really put a lot of like of my fate into them.
Uh-huh.
So I'm really glad
Yeah,
that
me
it.
too.
Here we go. Yeah, wait, no, it looks really
Okay,
good.
perfect. Then maybe I'll post this video now.
Yeah, you're like, guys, we're back in.
Now that we're going.
Love
No,
that.
but I went through all of elementary school without, like pulling a card.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, that's nice.
I was on red multiple times.
See.
I've only been on like we did bears. We did
Oh, okay.
yellow
Bears.
Yeah, like a green bear, yellow bear, red bear.
Gotcha.
And I've only been yellow bear, and that was like enough for me.
Okay.
Never went back.
We did a lot. And this whole podcast is just me flexing about what a good student I was.
I'm like, I was the bad kid.
But look where you ended up.
Yeah, I'm
We're
like, guys,
thriving.
come on, I'm thriving.
It made me
You're
stronger.
fine. Okay, wait. So you teach 5th grade and you teach
3rd grade.
Oh my God, that's so
Yes.
crazy that I use that
No, that's
comparison.
what I was like, wait. Did you
No, I
research
thought
this?
that's
well,
why you
because
said
I thought, okay, I was trying to do my research. You
We
all
both
started off as
started in-
co-teaching.
Yes, we both started off in 4th grade, and she taught math, I taught literacy. So we shared kids. And then you moved.
Would it be like half the day? Like you have the morning?
Yeah.
you have the
It's
night?
like my homeroom, I would teach them reading, writing, grammar, and then switch, and she would teach them math, science, social studies.
And then I would have mine in the morning and switch.
And then you moved to 5th grade, and I stayed in 4th for a little bit.
Was that sad?
It was actually so sad, but we're in the
It
same
was-
pod.
Yeah, and it was also one of those things where it's like you're working with your best friend nonstop. So it actually ended up being great
like
for
the
us
best.
because we ended up having so much more to talk about.
Mhm.
Whereas like when we were on the same team, it was like,
Did you see that
did
the
you hear
water
about-
bottle
did you
dropped?
see that at lunch today?
That is
Yeah.
literally like me beating the same
it's like,
subject
what
to the
else?
ground. Like that was crazy.
Yeah, literally. And so then whenever I moved to 5th grade, that was also, I almost quit teaching.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Really?
yeah, it was just rough. There was just like, there's multiple different factors. And then I was getting married and like
When
my
was
first
this?
year teaching, it was
2021,
Yeah.
2022.
My first year teaching was my first year on the team. So like,
For those
That
that
was
don't
hard.
know, Dallas
Yeah.
Cowboys cheerleaders.
Here we
Yeah.
are.
The class together. I know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, you
we'll get
are.
into our history.
No, we will.
We
will.
go way back.
really far, actually. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
You were
my,
teaching and being a DCC.
it was so hard.
That's crazy.
I don't ever understand it. There was one time I remember walking in and you had your lunch break or something and she didn't come out to lunch. And I was like, where is she? Lights were turned off. She's in the corner. You were taking a nap. You're like, I just need a 30-minute nap. And I was like,
It's like, guys,
30
I needed
minutes?
help.
Take the day. Jeez.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, that was really hard. Why did I do that?
I was
don't
gonna
know.
ask like how that overlap was being a
Mhm.
Yeah.
DCC and
Yeah, do
being
we
a-
just want to get into it? Like, what are we-
Absolutely.
I was
go.
gonna wait, but like if
Shall
you
we start with a kick line now?
can we actually we didn't
Yeah.
stretch before that.
Yeah, guys. Oh gosh, pregnant belly. What do you kick?
No, but you can go back to when you said you were gonna actually quit because it was really hard.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
So I was gonna quit, but I was getting married at the end of the year. I knew I was retiring. I knew I was getting married, and I was
retiring DCC.
like, mhm.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay, well, what am I gonna like? I'm not enjoying my job right now. We had just gone through like all the 2020, you know what?
Oh my gosh.
The
Rona.
and that was the Rona.
Triggering.
That was terrible. Like all of it.
I haven't even thought about being an elementary school teacher during
right.
COVID.
It was rough.
It wasn't the best.
I wouldn't say so.
I'll say we made it.
I thrived though, of like
We-
it not being the best.
Yeah.
We were
I
paired
think we made the
together, so
best
that
out
was
of
nice.
it, which was nice that we were partnered together
Mhm.
because we were able to make it fun.
hmm
That was
Yeah, that was rough.
that was quite the rough era. But my husband and I we had been dating for a long time at that point and knew we were getting engaged, but he lived all over, like California, Oklahoma, Houston. And so I was like, okay, we'll move to Houston. By we, I mean me.
Yeah.
I'll move to Houston. Once we get married, we'll call it a day. I'm getting out of education. Then I don't even know what it was that came over me, but I think I was just like, wait, why am I leaving education? Like all of my people are here, both DCC and our like teaching group of friends is like
We're so close.
so
Ugh.
close. Like we literally, and
So
that's
jealous.
why Peyton and I both drive 30 minutes to our school because we have the best community. And that's like, that will make or break your teaching experience 1000%.
I agree.
So I almost quit, moved to 5th grade. The team on 5th grade is like my favorite people in the entire world.
How many
And,
teachers?
well, when I switched, there's only 4 of us,
Okay.
but now there's 6. And it's literally like my happy place. Like made me
Ugh.
fall in love with teaching again. The age is just like
You
so
thrive with
fun.
that
I
age.
thrive with the 5th graders.
5th grade, I peaked.
You're like, guys,
I feel like
I'm gonna post my school photo.
you're like,
we need
that's
to
a
post
cameo.
all of our
No,
literally
can
all
you
of our
please?
school
Oh,
pictures. I'll
man.
send you. I got
Okay,
a
thank
I
rough
got
you.
some
one.
rough ones too.
It's rough.
Wait, actually, from 1st through like 3rd grade, I was literally practicing my smile. 5th grade, I had it nailed
like,
down.
I was solid.
Like I
This
was
is my time to
hot.
shine, guys.
Yeah. But
But,
it
yeah.
got so much better. So I'm glad you didn't quit.
No, I know. And now I'm like still loving it.
Ugh, that makes me happy. I feel like
Yeah.
there's a lot of like negativity around teaching and just like burnout and all that
Yes.
stuff. So that makes me happy.
Yeah.
I want coworkers. Can I come?
You're
I
like, this is
know.
Wait,
fun.
could I substitute?
Wait,
Wait,
come,
absolutely.
Be a mystery reader. That could be so
Stop.
fun.
And wait,
We
can I
don't
come?
read in my math class, but
But we can
you
drum
can
roll it.
read a math problem.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh
And it
my
doesn't
god, I
matter
would be like the frustrated dad helping them with the math problem. I'd be like, how do you not understand this?
And how people teach math. I guess now.
I was
This is
gonna
my
say
first
you
year
also
teaching
teach math.
How we teach math now, I'm like, I don't know. You just memorize it, I think. I panic.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'll come for career day and talk about being a
Wait,
remote
yes.
DCC.
Mhm.
Wait, this is
I think that would be
They'll love
perfect.
it.
Wear your jumpsuit.
Yes,
That's the
perfect. My
appropriate
DIY
route.
one
Uh-huh.
My
from
DIY
Amazon.
one.
Yes.
I think it's a blessing that I don't have the real one that is way too form fitting for my liking.
You're like,
The
okay.
hilarious thing is the jumpsuits that they have now. Like we used to have like a jacket and then pants.
Okay.
And it was like, okay, like I can vibe with this. It's a little bit more loose, like
Yeah.
whatever. No, the jumpsuit was in the makings like my last year on the team.
Mhm.
And I literally was like, Kelly.
Oh, it's a one.
Oh, it's one piece.
Ooh,
Which
baby.
is customized
It's
to them. So like
scuba.
even Jada,
is.
it looks incredible on Jada. Like, and I say even Jada because she's so tall.
Yes.
And we would bond over like the things that y'all are visualizing for our 5'2" girlies
Ain't
are
working
not
for
gonna
this
vibe
vibe.
for the 5'11" girlies. And like it looks incredible on her. It looks incredible on every single one of them.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know how that would look on me.
I
now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like,
here's the thing, like I don't want to use my imagination to think about how it would
Yeah.
look on me.
I'm thinking beach
Use
whale.
my
People,
imagination.
it would be giving like maternity shoot
Yeah.
for me.
And you're like,
Hey, guys, come on.
Will it zip?
Here we are.
Okay, but you rock it.
Should I put it on?
Can you please?
Yeah, with the belly.
There's so many outfits that I'm like, I wish I had an intentional bump for this.
It would work. Yes, I'm like, it works.
I don't
want to
suck it. I want to like hold
wanna-
it.
yeah.
No, I tell my husband all the time, I'm like, I am way more confident in myself when I have a bump.
I think
It's
that's
so
so
much
true.
better. I feel because then it's just
You don't
like
have to suck in anything. It's great.
And everyone looks so cute with it.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry, nowhere near there yet. You guys have like literal boulders on your ring fingers.
Oh gosh. Peyton's is like one of my favorite rings
Can
I've
I
ever
see
seen.
it?
Thanks. I love it.
Okay, that's my inspo.
I
Yeah,
also
no, truly.
my bands, my wedding bands, will have to
I was
find
gonna
those
say,
bad
yeah,
boys.
where
I got a massage last night and I took them off, and they're somewhere. I pray in the.
It'll be in your
Oh,
purse.
I would be so bad at that.
Yeah, no.
My mom
That's why I
gave.
can't ever take it off. I'm like, I would lose.
That's me. I will wear like one pair of earrings for a while until I get tired of it, and then I just never see them again.
I'll always find one.
Yes.
I will never find the other. I'm like, who knows where the other one is?
No, seriously. Wait, when did you get married?
I got married in 2023. So
And-
coming up 2 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
congrats.
the best.
And wait, when did you get married?
21.
22. Yeah,
Wow.
2022. We got married in Mexico.
Okay, Sly
Living
Cabo.
our best, like Cancun.
Oh,
It was quite nice.
Living our best
I dream about their food.
destination wedding.
Yeah.
when
Life.
I went to a Cabo wedding, and I was like, yeah, I'm doing destination.
Yeah.
It was like the most fun I've ever
I'm
had
telling you
See,
right
and
now.
it's like a full-on party
Yeah.
all weekend.
for 4 days.
Yes.
it was the best decision we ever made. I try to
Really?
encourage every single person I know to do destination wedding.
Okay, noted.
Especially your vibe.
Right.
You do care about certain
I'm
things.
type C.
But it's like, here's 3 options. Pick one. She's like, B. Maybe A.
She's like drawing a hat.
You know, and I'm
Yeah.
literally like, oh, are you sure? You
Like
thought
I
maybe
feel like
this?
each of our weddings fit our vibes so perfectly.
agree.
I was very like, when you do a destination wedding, they're like, hey, you have these 2 chairs for an option.
Mhm.
Which is so
This one
nice
is
though.
free. This one is $10 per chair. And I'm like,
Free
why would I
baby.
pay?
Free.
Like, give me the free one. And then they'll be like, oh, here's your massive food menu. But at the end of the day, it's all inclusive. So
Chicken or
pick
chicken,
whatever.
yeah.
Like, it was just perfect. And like, I didn't really care about flowers. I didn't have to care about anything. Like,
And
really.
I was down to the shade of pink on the floor.
Mhm.
I'm like,
Mhm.
bubblegum or blush? Who knows?
You were like doing paint swatches
Literally,
in
I'm
your free
like,
time.
is this the vibe?
Where'd you
I
get
don't
married?
know.
Texas?
Yes, the French farmhouse. It's
Oh,
like out in the
nice.
boonies.
Okay.
But it's
Texas has some really
so
pretty.
I love
venues.
it.
so many pretty things.
But the thing that
So
overwhelms me about the Texas weddings is how much you have to like
It's intense.
plan, because like you're literally creating an entire room for one
Mhm.
night. Like there's
Yes.
nothing there.
No, there's nothing. My mother, if I didn't have her.
Really.
Oh, she is.
We
See-
need to show you pictures and videos of
Okay.
our wedding. It's like
I
insane.
Okay, we have lots to debrief after
Yeah,
that.
we really do.
I need inspo. Well, for the longest time, I was saying that I was a 2025 bride. No prospect.
Another little.
And so now I think I have to push it back here.
Guys, we're just prolonging this.
No, seriously. Well, were you guys doing social media in your wedding eras?
Yes.
Ish. For
Ish.
you.
Yeah. I feel like we were really kind of at like the
What are
Start.
we doing?
at the beginning of
Yeah.
like, oh, like this might be a thing that we could like get into.
Mhm.
And then I got married and then we're like, oh, we really should have capitalized on that a little bit more.
We have like half a transition video still in the dress.
Yeah.
And it's
We'll
like,
finish it
getting
today.
no,
ready.
literally, it's like one thing and then it opens back up. And I was like, well, never finished that. And it's been 4 years.
I'm like,
so-
that's your responsibility,
no,
babe.
Just do that now.
yeah, I know. Well, I have a bump.
I asked if
Honestly.
y'all were doing social media because like it's a thing where brides can charge like a ton of money. So that's why I'm like, if I just put in my bio like 2025
Yeah,
bride,
bride.
and keep pushing it off. Like, I'll have a wedding maybe one day eventually. So if I just start planning now,
it'll be fine.
No, literally, I'm like, so guys, I'm using Minted today.
And here's what we're doing.
And my code is Macy10. People are like,
Right.
but there's no photos on the card.
It's coming.
It's coming, guys.
Soon. I was literally just telling Taylor, I was like,
guy?
I think I'm going to bring around, it's when you get married, I feel like you're so in the process of planning a wedding, doing all the things, being in the moment. But then I was like, I have so many things that I want to post. Didn't even post them. So I was like, 2 years later, still
I feel like you could do a little anniversary.
bringing it back.
Oh, we could just do like a vow renewal.
Literally like
2 years still.
and
Let's do it. Let's go back to Mexico.
Wait, shall we?
I think we should.
I'll
be
come too.
perfect.
And your husbands are like, hey, so who's tagging
This
along?
is Macy.
Just ignore.
Yeah.
I love it. But I asked about when you guys started social media. When did you?
COVID.
Like-
We started 2020.
Really?
Yes. So it was my first year at our school. You had been there for a year or two before.
When your first year was my third year.
Wait, I'm going to backtrack even more before I forget this. Did y'all meet teaching, I'm guessing? Okay.
So that's a funny story too, as well. So we started 2020.
She didn't like me at first.
I didn't. No, I didn't. I was like, ugh.
Wait, let's clickbait this. Enemies to friends?
Wait, this could be good. But we started 2020, and you were visiting Brad, her now husband, in California. So she wasn't there, and we did like a little happy hour meet the team situation, kind of like DCC. I feel, meet the team.
It all comes back.
Yeah. And she wasn't there, and I was like, oh, of course, Taylor, she's not there.
The DCC.
And everybody was saying, they're like, oh my gosh, you're gonna be obsessed with her. Y'all are the same vibe. Y'all are gonna love each other. And I was like, anybody who says that, I'm not gonna like them.
Yeah.
Like, anybody who starts off with that, I'm
Which
like,
knowing
not my
you
vibe.
now is like 1,000% the case.
Yes,
Like I
'cause I'm
never
like-
tell her that she's gonna
Like
love someone
someone.
because it just sets them up.
Because
for
then I'm like,
failure.
I
Yeah.
don't think I'm gonna like him.
Yeah.
Hopefully you didn't tell her that she loved me.
Like,
No, I was
you're
like, actually, you're
her.
gonna hate her.
It
You're
actually
gonna
I'm
think
like,
she's
really
awful.
weird vibe.
Yeah, you're like bad vibes. So I guess you got on
We had a
like
Zoom call or
'cause
something.
of COVID, and it was a Zoom call, and you popped on, and you said about 2 sentences. I was like, God dang it, I hate this. And then we met in person. I was like, yeah, we
Yeah,
vibe.
we're
Hate to
vibing.
see it. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that's how we met,
Mhm.
and then we started COVID. Oh, that's what it was. Recess duty. So we had the same recess duty since we were on the same team, and I knew she
Does
was
that
a
mean you just like go
DCC.
outside?
Yeah, like so we're on Mondays and Wednesdays
I
together.
want to do recess
Oh,
duty.
it's the best. And with COVID, we
You can
only
come
had
take my recess duty.
literally anytime, especially in August. It is a hot
Oh, it's
son of a
awful.
gun.
Oh, I'm not going to do August. Sorry.
Yeah, you're like, okay.
I'll
You
do
could
March.
like, October,
Yeah.
November, December.
Perfect.
That would be
Okay.
great. But we were out there, and I was like, she's a DCC. Surely she's going to love dancing.
Yes.
And I was like, I grew up dancing. I was like, okay, maybe she'll do like a little ditty with me on TikTok.
Mhm.
So we started every Friday. We would do like Fun Friday. We'd practice all week, literally out at recess doing our dances, and then we'd perform.
Obsessed.
We went viral one time.
Some
We
of
thought-
these
and-
old videos are hilarious.
Oh, it's
Oh, I'm going to
embarrassing.
go through the
The
archives.
mask
no.
on the chin. Whoa, like all the things. It's bad. And we went viral one time. We thought we had made it big. We're like, this is it. Quit our day jobs.
No, you
We're
quit
done.
on the spot.
No.
Mhm.
Then our account got hacked.
What?
And
Hacked at 1 mil.
no, that's what it felt like.
That's-
we
it was
probably were
probably
at
like
like 2,000
10.
followers. And it was like,
Yeah.
we went viral.
Oh
and
no, I just want to say like I lost access to my Instagram for a week and I thought that my life was ending.
It really is.
Well, especially when you build it up. Like if our account were to get hacked or something were to happen
Please don't
now,
hack us.
I'd be like, that would really
Oh.
be sad because it's your job.
Oh
I
yeah.
shed a tear.
Like
And it's like you can't like duplicate those followers that
No.
came. Like you can try to find some of them, but
yeah.
like
It's like where do they know to follow me on other things?
I
Like how do I
know.
tell them where to go?
that's like when the TikTok ban was happening.
Oh
I
my
was like,
gosh.
Oh, we were distraught.
Stressed
I
out.
know.
Well,
Like, we did not prep
Instagram?
well.
I'm like,
for
do you
that.
want to follow me on Instagram if you
Literally,
want to?
one post, we're like, please.
Everyone's like, the last day is today, and we're like, go follow us on Instagram.
Yeah.
This is a plea. Yeah.
Oh my god! So you had one dance that go viral.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got hacked, but y'all were resilient. I would
We were
say,
resilient,
yeah.
Made a new
We
account.
didn't
You
let
kept
that stop
dancing.
us. No, we didn't.
Sure
So we
didn't.
just grabbed a new account, started posting, and then we've been at it ever since.
I'm
Started
obsessed with
dances, though,
y'all.
Yeah.
Like I literally am like I'm like the teachers are probably gonna be like shut up. No, I'm like I literally resonate with them. Like
You're like, I'm finding them in my heart.
no,
Spirit animal.
and y'all have a really strong mom community. Like my mom was like,
Mhm.
oh, I love them.
Wait,
no,
Yeah,
That's,
we
like,
really
the
do
sweetest
because
thing
I
ever.
feel like a lot of the comments that we get, they're like, Mom, blah, blah, blah,
Uh-huh.
you make me, or what, Lord have mercy. They're like, you make me do better. You make me want to do all. I'm
Uh-huh.
like, wow. Maybe I should be
I
doing
feel
that.
like moms.
Stop.
Well, one like with me being a mom, and then like Payton is obviously like Nolan's my son's aunt, like little auntie.
Okay, a little bit.
But just like I feel like or for me, whenever I follow somebody and you see them go through this like big life change, it just is like, wait, like when we got married, I feel like that brought on a whole new audience of like, oh my goodness, they're getting married.
Little
Like
life
I remember when I got married and like, that's so sweet. And then having a child, like, oh my gosh, like your bond, like our bond, and then bringing her into my kids' lives, like that's so special. And so I feel like it just really resonates with like different audiences. And it's been really sweet to see.
I love it.
That's so wholesome.
It really
Yeah, that
is.
was
Now
kinda
that was
nice.
like a very
Profound.
Like a scenty little.
Wait,
y'all
y'all
know
know
media training with DCC.
Wait, do you get media trained? I need
we
it.
did.
You did?
I don't
they
think
not
they do
anymore?
anymore.
Really?
There's a lot of things that have changed.
Yeah.
So many things.
You're like all the things.
What years were you? Everything keeps coming back to DCC.
You're
I
like,
can't
no, I know.
escape it.
I know.
No, we need
20
to go into this bit.
No, yeah.
I tried to escape DCC. It's my
It
job.
just keeps following you.
Because I started my like bit as being a remote DCC in 2023, and then after this last football season, I was like, you know what? I've gotten to the field. I've danced on the field.
I've done what I need to do.
I've done what I need to do. Like this
Right.
is my legacy. I've started this new career of remote dancers. Like we're done. And then it came back. I went.
Well, and now the show, like,
I know.
there's just a whole nother level of things, I feel like, for
I
you.
wasn't prepared for this fame.
No, it's insane.
Like
I will say, I thought that your interview in California was fake until I saw your behind the scenes. Like, I thought you
like,
somehow
oh.
edited it. I was like, wait, no, I'm dying.
Well, here's the thing. I lie about a lot.
Right.
And so
What? Yeah.
I like sorry, it just makes my life more interesting. I like my every day isn't that entertaining. Like I'm gonna say that I bought TikTok with Kevin O'Leary for 300 million. I'm gonna say that I was
Like,
caught.
It's just facts.
I'm
actually,
gonna
at
say
this
I was
point.
caught on a date with Joe Burrow. Like that's just more
Yes.
fun.
Oh, I believed that one at first.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yes.
good. That's what I was going for.
So I always Photoshop these things, and when I do something that's actually real and no one believes me, I'm like, why? Why don't you believe me?
Yeah. Like,
Guys, I'm telling the
incredible.
truth. But everyone thought that I was really good at Photoshop, and I was like, I'm honored that you think that I'm that talented. And then I started posting because I thought it'd be better just to post the videos or the photos with Kelly and Judy just out of nowhere, no explanation, just
boom.
drop it.
No, that's what got me.
do with it what you will. Yeah, and then the videos started coming in. People were like, "Oh, this is an AI."
like, this is real.
Yeah, but I can't escape DCC.
No,
so,
I know.
what years were you on?
2018 to 2022, and then I got married
4 years.
2022. Yeah, so 4 years, which is wild. But it is one of those things. I was like thinking about it today. I feel like, especially now with the Netflix stuff, like all of us are like, I at one point was a DCC.
Yeah, you're like, guys.
But I feel like it. I always feel like it's the last thing that I tell people about myself, and that's so
Can't relate.
sad because it's
That'd be the first thing.
The first.
Literally.
But right, like I feel like I very rarely bring it up first, just because, which is sad because it's such a cool thing that I got to do. It's such a big accomplishment, but I always feel like I'm like, hi, I'm Taylor. I was a DCC.
Hi, DCC Tay.
Always
DCC,
lead
nice
with
to
that.
meet
Never
you.
take.
I was
Never
like,
let
I
anyone
know, like,
dull.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know why
Especially
I do that.
now.
Well, I get it. I get it as one.
Yeah, you're like, it's hard.
I really
No,
can't
but
relate.
I will say, like, when I followed y'all, like, I didn't know you were. And then when you figured that out, it's like added, like, oh my God, I think it's cool. And there's like something shocking about
Right.
people.
That has been fun. Like leaving DCC and having PB&J, there is literally, okay, so there's this cheer competition that we do, and there's always girls that perform, girls that do like either a stand and pose where you're like just standing and taking pictures with girls, or a sit and sign where you
Oh, I've learned all about the different sit.
sign
duh,
things,
yeah.
right?
I prefer sit and sign.
Okay, same.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
But I was doing like a sit and sign, and one of the girls were like, "Oh my gosh, you're PB&J," and I was like, "I'm wearing my uniform. Isn't that also
DCC
cool?"
Tay, don't you think?
She was like, "Wait, but you're PB&J. Like, how are you?" And it was the most wild thing ever because it was the first time I realized, like, oh,
Like
people know
notice
me.
us.
Yeah, more
beyond
people
that.
notice me for PB&J than they ever did for DCC.
That's special. Because I feel like creating
Really sweet.
identity after that would be hard.
Yeah, and I think that's something that a lot of people struggle with.
Mhm.
I am really, really thankful that's not something that I struggled with, like leaving. I struggled with my identity while I was on the team because I
Mm.
wasn't like the, the Kelsey or the Caroline or like the girls that were just like, I can't stop watching you dance.
Mhm.
Like I was definitely like Blender girl in the back. Like my kicks were not that crazy, and
Catch me at the 50-yard line.
catch me at the 50-yard line. I was there the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay, Slay.
Then Jada came along, and her kicks are stupid.
Her kicks are
I'm not gonna lie.
illegal.
They're pretty good. They're pretty
And
good.
I
like
remember Judy
can't.
being like,
yeah.
Taylor, like, we got to get your kicks up. I'm like, this isn't fair. You're
She needs to
comparing
go
me,
lower.
like, to God. This is not okay.
No, that really is.
Yeah, no, not
Imagine
fair.
how I feel.
Right. No,
Imagine
I
how
know.
we
We're at the
feel.
20-yard line. We can barely make it.
No, seriously, like
It's
we're
really
alternates.
hard to be you
Yeah.
guys.
It
Truly.
really is hard.
But I struggled
do
a
it
lot
so y'all-
more.
so
Yeah,
walk
you walk so we
y'all
can
can
run.
run.
'Kay.
Yes, we hide so you can
yes.
shine.
Yes.
There you go, guys. But no, I had a hard time with not putting my worth in like all the different things in DCC. And I think Brad saw that, my husband. I feel like Payton was there through all of it. But like when I got to my 3rd and 4th year, it was like, wait, I'm just going to do this for fun and not like put my worth on if I get booked for things, if I am at the front of the formation or in the back right corner, like wherever I'm at. And that was the best experience I ever had.
I also think that correlates amongst everything that you've done
Yeah.
in life so far. And that's
sure.
bled through of like, even in our friendship
Mhm.
of like, I've been able to learn that from you of like, actually, who cares? Who gives a rip
Right.
of what you're doing? Whether you're in your front, the back, whether
Mhm.
you're leading, whether you're not leading, do the job that you were meant to do.
Yeah.
And you're going to thrive.
And I like walking away, I was thinking about it today. I'm like, I was explaining one of my, I forget who I was talking to the other day, but they were asking like, okay, who's your rookie class? Like, can you tell me about them?
Yeah.
I'll say it. We had a golden rookie class, like all stars.
Aw.
It was like Caroline, Ashley, Jalen, Erin,
Was Lexi?
Madeline, Daphne, Bridget, Hannah. Like our rookie class was like an insane. There were 16 of us.
Oh
It
my
was
gosh,
wild.
16.
Mm-hmm. But we had like everybody in our rookie class was like shining in their own way. And I was counting through Rachel Wyatt, the like beautiful, stunning,
Oh,
like
yeah.
America's, sweetheart.
I can't
truly.
be in a room with any of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. my
Even you,
favorite
like y'all are a little intimidating.
Payton mostly.
Yeah,
She
guys,
is.
come on.
But like I was counting through and I'm like, okay, wait. These 7 were in my wedding. If I were to have my wedding right now, like I would add all of these people. And it's just like, that's exactly what you get from DCC
Mhm.
is like these incredible relationships and friendships and all the inside jokes that I know you know about.
I
did
no one
see that
else
part
gets
of the interview.
them.
I know. It's hard. It's really hard.
You guys can try.
Yeah. But it's just like I'm so thankful that that's what I walked away with. And so it made like stepping out, also knowing that I was getting married. I had teaching. So my only job was not DCC. Like I had to like separate my life into really 3 parts,
Yeah.
but like my relationship, my daytime job, and then my nighttime job. That sounds so
Your-
bad.
her
Like,
night-
you know my nighttime
her
job?
nighttime dance.
Yeah, nighttime dancing gig. But then like DCC teacher and like just plain old Taylor.
Good old Taylor.
Just good old Taylor.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
sweet. I went on a walk the other night with Ellie, DCC Ellie.
Wait, I love
Yeah.
Ellie.
But she was just talking about like once you get on the team, like all the politics that happen. When it's like, wait, you should just be proud of like literally having the uniform.
just
But then
being
you
there.
like get so in your head of like, oh, why are they getting booked for that? I'm
Right.
like, I wish the show showed more of that
Mhm. I
because
I totally agree. And I feel like
Yeah.
that would resonate with so
Yeah,
many more
so
people of like,
many.
I think all women
Yeah.
and men and dogs and whoever else
Yeah.
struggles with the feeling
Dogs, cats, birds.
Briggs, I see you out there, okay? That's my dog.
Aw.
He has feelings too.
Yeah, uh-huh.
No, but I feel like we all struggle with that. And it's
Mhm.
like, that would be something so good to see
Right.
of people who are, in our eyes, picture perfect, who do no wrong,
Mm-hmm.
who can do 6 million turns and land perfectly in releve, yet they doubt little
Right.
things here.
Yes.
You know?
Oh yeah.
Which,
It's-
duh, we're all human.
It's a mind.
But
it's-
the
it's
organization, it
hard.
just looks picture perfect.
right.
You know?
I think Jalen said it on the documentary. Like you watch like the girls on the team, and you're like, oh, they must be the most confident individual in the world. It's like when you break it down. We had a
Yeah.
Bible study that I ended up leading my 3rd and 4th year, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I don't remember which years. And a big topic that we talked about was like finding your worth in things that are not earthly. Like you cannot find your worth in what you're booked on, what position you're in, but it's hard and it's like
Because those are earthly feelings.
those
It's
are
like,
earthly things.
You will feel that. No
yeah,
matter.
and it resonates.
That's like so much easier said than done.
It's so
too.
much easier said than
Like,
done.
It's just not that
I'm
hard.
like,
And then add on top of
God
that,
loves me,
like,
right?
literally, right? And then on top of that, you've got social media. Like when I
Oh
was
my
on
gosh.
the team, we did not have Reddit, but we had this like blog thing. And like they were like, oh, Taylor's too tall for the team. Like
Stop.
my biggest insecurity. But it's like, well, these random people that don't know me are saying it, so why wouldn't I believe it? And
Yeah.
now these poor girls, I like hate for them that TikTok and Reddit and all these things are there because they're getting some brutal messages.
Oh, it's so bad. And I think it's so easy, like even doing social media, anything, like the outside voices. And like what I've had to realize is like, okay, if like the people in my real, like actual life love me and like know me, exactly.
Yes.
Like if I'm all good with them, like that is literally all that matters. And that's so much easier said than done. But
Right.
it does take a very specific type of person to be able to be like, no, I know myself and some rando can't say anything. But again, easier said than done.
Yeah, like, you know.
Right. No,
no,
there's
no one can say anything to me.
Nobody affects me. But no, I mean, yeah.
Trauma bond is so real.
Yeah, trauma bonding. That's truly, like, we've talked about that. Like, you also are, like, kind of competing with these girls, but then you're competing with yourself, and then you have outside voices, and it's like, at the end of the day, like, where is my worth?
Yeah.
And so, I don't know, my heart breaks. If anyone's listening out here that's been
You're like, we love you.
talking negatively to these girls,
right.
Yeah, no, we don't love those people.
We do love. But
Just realize they're human beings. Like, I've sent a few, like, I'm gonna stand up for my girls.
You're a firebacker.
Oh, I am not a bystander anymore in the comments.
No, I'm not either. And I'm very like, hey, like, I just want you to see a different perspective because you seem very passionate about some negative feelings that you have based off of a 20-second clip. So let me just clarify some things for you. And I've done it like in the last week. I've done it 3 different times, and
that's also the mom energy in you coming out.
Oh, the mom energy, the teacher energy. I'm like, and I'm gonna be so kind, and I'm literally just gonna explain to you.
I'd
like,
be so scared to get feedback from
Right.
you.
right? Maybe yes, ma'am.
every single person has either responded and been like, "I'm sorry," like you're right, or deleted their comment.
Oh, that
I'm
is
like-
the biggest
like,
flex
take
if they
that.
delete it.
Honestly, really proud of myself.
No, you ate with that.
Yeah.
No, I love that. Well, I'm sure we'll keep coming back to DCC, but
I
back to
know.
the social media.
Like, so just a few
Social
more
media
things, actually.
teaching. Here we are.
No, like every question that I have, like, is probably somehow gonna come back.
Just one more segue.
And so,
I
like,
love
back to the
listening about it.
uniform.
Yeah, I know. What do you think?
Wait, also, I wanted to print out these like custom little like index cards that said my podcast name, but they weren't ready in time, so I thought this lined piece of paper was really
It
on
looks
theme.
Very
It
official.
does look good.
It was really on theme for our
Little
teaching.
classroom.
Exactly.
Lined paper.
Wait, I wish I was like going back to school shopping. Anyways,
Come on,
the social
let's go.
media.
Ever.
Someone asked if you've ever had like admin or parents or anything say anything about your social media.
Our parents love it. Like, we have a few parents where I feel like we have a very close-knit school.
We really do.
And so a lot of the parents that follow us are our PTA parents.
Peyton and I have led a pep rally at our school.
Ugh,
As
can I
PB and
come?
literally as PB and J
So-
wearing a like I
Peanut
had
butter
the
and
peanut
jelly
butter and jelly
toast
like
uniform.
styrofoam costume. So whenever
Well, it was supposed to be somebody else.
It was supposed to be
They
somebody
cut,
else.
Like 10 minutes before. Our principal calls us down. I'm like, we're getting fired. This is it.
and I'm
and
like, chill out.
It's going to be fine. She's like, could you do the pep rally? We're like,
Sure, cha-cha
yes.
slide?
Yeah, I guess so.
Except let me just say, this is so Peyton's personality. I have to tell this story every
Okay,
time
you
this
do tell
pep
this
rally comes
story.
up.
No, please.
Also, we keep like your question is here and Peyton are like,
No, but here's the thing. That's like what we're supposed to do.
okay,
Like,
here we
yeah.
go.
No, we're just
So,
girls.
we're just girls. So literally we get up on stage and Peyton and I are like, all right, we're gonna do the cha-cha slide. We're gonna do like, a few of those like types of
The one hot no.
dances.
Two
Oh, yeah.
shots, let's
And then
go.
what was
no,
the-
I eat that one.
What was the other one that you did? It was some like callback one where she says something and I repeat it, the audience repeats it. Okay.
Maybe I went down to the river.
Down to the river.
Yeah. It's my
Cha-cha
favorite.
slide.
Classic.
Okay. The song tells you exactly what to do. No. The song is like slide to the left and Peyton's like, now shimmy. And I'm like,
I black out every time, and then I'm like,
What?
everybody now clap.
and I'm like, Peyton, this is
But you do
what are you
follow.
doing?
You
And
do
I'm
follow
like,
every time
here
she's
we
like,
go.
I hate her.
Dang it.
But it works.
It works out. But
That's
when
actually the definition of who we are.
that is 1,000%.
That's all I needed
definition.
to know.
Yeah.
We agree on something, and then we get on stage, and I'm like, right. So what we need to do, and she's like, what we need to do.
See, you're the non-media trained one.
No, not at all. I'm like, and here we go, everybody.
But like when it comes to our school and like our parents, they love it.
Yeah.
Well, because you're also not on TikTok being like story time of the student that ruined my day.
And I was like,
We talk about this
at
all
the
the
very
time.
beginning tried to steer clear because our whole point is to bring joy, to bring love, to bring light. And so I'm like, if we're talking about how awful our day was in the classroom, if we're talking about how awful students are, there's going to be negatives to everything. So I'm like, we might as well just focus on the 90% that's positive.
That's my vibe
So-
too.
Right.
And that's what I'm like. I feel like our district and parents and teachers have really.
We were actually at Union Bear up north.
Anybody? Their pretzel bites are to die
Wait,
for.
Wait,
we need to
really?
take you to
You've
Union
never
Bear.
been?
No.
Okay, we need to take you to Union
I
Bear.
literally was gonna say that I was gonna go to Sonic after this to get a pretzel.
Okay.
Did you get one singular?
wait, I'm
Union
sorry.
Square, it is about 45 minutes north of
Yeah,
us.
it's quite a.
But we
jaunt.
were there, and literally the school board was sitting at a table.
Sorry, I'm looking up Union Bear, but I'm listening.
Good. No,
You're
look it
good.
up.
So the school board was sitting a few tables over, and one of the women came over to us, and she was like, "We just wanted to let you know, like, how much we love you guys,
Like,
and
keep
like,
doing you.
I appreciate the positive vibes." And it's like that. I love that.
Yeah.
Like we, as teachers already, like don't make nothing. And so like doing this like social media thing and like being able to have like not just another outlet for like us to have fun, but like make some money as well. And then to have the support from like not just our parents, not just our admin, but like the school board of the entire district, I think says a lot as to why they're like keeping a lot of teachers in our district.
I agree.
I love that. No, even one of my friends who's a teacher, she was like, or she was talking about her sister, and she was like, she's gonna work at the school that like PB&J did. I'll get
There-
her name.
We were interviewing somebody, and they're like, "Does PB&J work here?"
Yeah, no, you guys are like,
Our principal's like, "There's not one interview this past year that they're like, somehow y'all get brought up."
no, but I love that that's like the classification that it's a good school.
Like,
It's a really good school. PB&J work there.
But it's literally the best school. I always say,
Yep.
I'm like, if the only job there was to scrub the floor with a toothbrush,
I'd do it.
done.
Like we both drive
I'm
30
actually gonna,
minutes.
guys. I
Come
need
visit.
more lore. I'm gonna apply to be a substitute.
come
Like
on.
you might think I'm joking.
Wait, imagine.
Can you
No.
imagine me being the fun
Just be
substitute?
like, guys,
It would be great.
Oh my gosh, I need to work on my patience just a little bit. No.
no, just sing.
Okay.
When you get frustrated.
Oh, that's perfect. I'll
Yeah,
dance.
flick you in the forehead.
No, perfect. No, you guys are gonna come back to your classrooms and be like, "What have you done with them?"
Yeah, you're like, all right,
They're gonna be
well.
like, "Bring Macy back."
Yeah.
It was a free for all.
Yeah, we would do whatever
Yeah,
we
we were like,
wanted.
right.
No,
Okay.
guys, it keeps coming back to me wanting to be a teacher. I would like write on the whiteboard and like people were like, "You have teacher handwriting." I'd be like, "Yeah, I might do it when I'm older." I was like
Yeah.
10.
You're like, guys, this might be a thing.
Now I realize it's like a little bit more than that. But now you're on summer, so is that just like, do you actually get to enjoy your summer?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
I would say there's some teachers that like love to work in the summer or they choose to work in the summer, whether they love it or not. That could not be me. I am like contract hours or when I work. And if I get like hyped up to get something done in the summertime, great, wonderful, I'll do it. But I'm not putting any pressure on myself to do that.
Okay,
Like
good.
we really do with our job. Like I'll speak for myself and tell me if you
I was like,
agree.
I'm a busier.
Yeah, she
Quality.
has like 15,000 jobs.
Just love to be busy.
But
Yeah, I feel that.
for me, like I need to have like an emotional, physical, mental break from teaching in the
Mhm.
summertime,
Yeah.
and it comes at the perfect time, and it's great because it really is like such a mentally taxing job that I'm like I need summer to do nothing with nobody else's kids other than my own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'm so used to being stimulated all the time at school. So when I get home, I'm like, sitting in silence.
Yeah.
Sounds like my worst nightmare.
Right.
So I'm just always, I don't work education wise, but I just, what jobs can I do?
You find
I dilly dally.
you have side quests.
Yes,
Mhm.
side quest.
That's
That
what
is
I
the
call it.
queen
Side hustle.
of side hustle.
Oh
right
yeah.
here.
No, I recently, I think I said it. I don't know if I said it before this, but I recently quit my job.
Mhm.
Way too much alone time up
Yeah, you're
in the
like,
brain.
Yeah.
do, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and like I'm figuring it out, but like I'm like, wait, I didn't need that much time to figure it out.
No, same.
Right.
Like that's why I need to be a substitute like, right now.
Well,
Like,
honestly, because then you can pick and choose your hours.
I know.
Well, not really
If
hours,
it's a
but
good
your
day,
days.
not a good day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of good day versus not a good day, guys, I don't know how, I've worked a remote job for so long that like if I'm having a bad day, like I can get
know.
away without talking to people. How
Yeah.
do you do it?
It's the worst.
Teaching.
Yeah. Can you
Just-
just call
Just
out?
perform. You
Yeah.
just perform for
It's
8
a
hours.
performance.
Yes, it is a
one big
performance.
performance.
It's a bit.
I've
And
also
even if
been.
you're crying, it's just, all right, guys.
Oh my
we go.
gosh.
This Connor's not feeling so well.
I know. I think that's also one of my favorite things about fifth grade, and it's probably the same but different in third grade. I've like, if I've had a bad night, I've like told my kids, or if
Aw.
I've come in because I think part
If
of
I don't feel well, I could tell them that.
for sure,
Yeah.
like, but I think for me, I'm like, hey guys, like I had either a rough night of sleep or like I had a really bad morning, and so if I'm like coming across like this, it's nothing that y'all have done. It's just that I'm already starting
You
off
need to
on
get it
like
back together.
a rough note, so I'm going to be a little bit quieter today. And I've noticed that since I started doing that, because I did not start doing that until like a couple years ago, that my kids have started being like, hey, like, Miss Brown, I'm having kind of a rough morning, or
Aw.
like, hey, I'm not like trying to be rude or disrespectful. Like, this is just what's going on.
Wait, why does that make me like emotional?
That's what I feel like this year has been the most magical year in my
Mhm.
class of just their social intelligence, especially in 3rd grade, is you don't think that I'm like, they're 8 years old.
Yeah.
And they've really only been in school for 3 years. So even then is like, who knows what they're coming from when they get to kindergarten. So we've had 3 years to build them up. And just the social intelligence of like how well they take care of me, not me taking care of them.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact, like, there was one time I really was not feeling well, but I was like, I hate taking a day.
She won't take a day
I
off even if
hate-
she's got like 105 fever. And I'm like,
Literally,
go
but I
home.
love them so much. I'm like, okay, I'm not feeling well. Literally, they'll get the lights for me.
Mhm.
Stop.
They get my lunchbox, and every single day they fill up my water bottle.
Stop it.
And it's not me asking them; they just know, like, oh, at 12 o'clock she needs her water bottle filled,
Mhm.
and it's like as much as I serve them, they serve me back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I pray that this is maybe just 3rd grade, but I think it's just these group of kids.
Mhm.
They're the sweetest.
That's so sweet.
I literally miss them so much. I'm like, "Boop."
I know. But I think things like that don't just happen. Like,
Yeah.
it takes so much effort at the beginning of the year to get your class to be like, because you think about, okay, like going to a college class
Mhm.
or whatever, high school class, doesn't matter. Like, I'll use college because 9 times out of 10, you don't know anybody in the class.
Yeah.
Wait, where'd y'all go, by the way?
A&M.
Arkansas.
Really?
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
TCU. I know.
Oh,
Right?
My mom went to A&M though.
bounce.
I know.
Gig 'em.
I know.
Gig 'em.
Gig
I
'em
don't have my
Aggies.
ring on because
My mom's gonna be so excited.
Me.
It's because we live in California, so she doesn't see Aggies a lot. So she'll wear her Aggie ring when she comes
She's
to
like,
Texas.
anybody?
Oh my god.
And so then in Dallas, she'll be like, I'm an Aggie too. I'm like, Mom, it's actually really common here.
they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we'll tell her I just am not wearing my ring because it doesn't fit because of pregnancy.
No,
So.
she'll understand.
But I
But
was
it's right
like,
here in heart.
I would take off my wedding rings, everything, and sleep in my Aggie ring type person.
No, that is my mom.
Yeah, dad was in the Corps, brother was in the Corps.
Oh my
Reveille stayed
gosh.
at our house every once in a while.
You're
like,
kidding.
You're like,
obsessed.
we are pretty much an
My mom
Yeah.
was like a core girl. What are they called?
She was in the Corps?
No, she like
No,
loved
she
the
liked
core
the core
band.
boys. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Really close, but right.
Exactly.
I was like, whoa.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, she's
Dang,
a
girl.
She's intense. No.
Yeah. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
what
Sorry, I
were we just
backtracked. You
talking
said it's like going into class, just like a college class.
Oh,
You were
setting
talking about
the
like self.
You really have to like cultivate that bond with your kids. Like it doesn't just happen right away. And I feel like a lot of the time teachers can struggle with that is like, how do you get kids to like be open emotionally and like talk to you and be honest with you instead of just acting out, or like how do you build that classroom environment? And I think a lot of what happens with behavior is when you don't have that relationship with the kid, they're going to react in the only way they know how, which is
Mhm.
like a behavior of sorts. And so I think it does not happen naturally. It's really hard. It
and
took
people
me a
say
few
it all
years.
the time of like build relationships, but I don't think a lot of people talk about like how
How.
to build that relationship.
Yeah.
And it is different. I hate when people say this, like it's different depending on what because it
Mhm.
is depending
Yeah.
on the class, depending on the teacher. But that's something.
I think it takes a lot of vulnerability from the teacher
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
for sure.
I guess that could go for like any friendship or
Mhm.
relationship. It's like people meet you where they're at. So it's
Mhm.
like if you're
So it's
not
like,
being
how
that
do
with
we-
the students, then they're not
Right.
gonna know.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Yeah,
I wanna
it
be in
really
your-
is wholesome.
in your
Going
class.
down to
Yeah, you're like,
elementary
rah,
school.
rah.
No, I should write a book. Did I spoil anything?
We don't need to add anything
No,
else. to our
yeah, no,
plate.
sorry. We already.
I'm about to have my
Wait.
second kid. I'm like, here we go.
We even do like meetings together, and I'm like the word vomiter, and she writes down the notes.
I'm like, here we
and
go.
sometimes I'll be like getting going. She's like, slow down.
Yeah, I'm like,
I'm like,
calm
wait,
down.
that was really good. Write
Seriously.
that down.
Okay, well, I just am giving y'all an idea right now. Like, if there ever comes a time where you're both like busy moms and you can't teach, like, you should have a podcast called Teachers Lounge.
Wait,
Teacher's
that's
lounge.
cute.
Thanks. I was kind of brainstorming it for y'all already.
And it's kind of play on words because we don't really have a teacher's lounge at our school.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
We are the
really?
teachers.
We are
lounge.
the
Oh my
teachers'
gosh.
lounge.
I remember
good.
one time in, like, guys, my elementary school, like, there's not one thing that I forgot. My teacher was like, can you
It's
run
on a
this?
Tuesday.
Exactly. It was like Thursday. No. She was like, can you run this to the teacher's lounge? Can you go put this in the refrigerator? And I remember being like, me? I, like, haven't felt that cool since that
Yeah, you're like,
day.
that was it.
Like, everything since has been, like, chasing that high.
That was my peak.
Exactly. So
That's
just, like, when
hilarious.
Teacher's Lounge starts, like, I would love to be a guest.
You're like done.
Oh, absolutely. It was your
open.
idea.
Because by then I'll have some
Found it.
substitute
We could do a jingle
experience.
together.
Yes. Like,
Yes.
okay, I'll work on that too.
Yeah, okay,
And
yeah.
a dance. Wait,
Add
can we
that to the
dance?
list.
Do a dance after this?
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect.
Nice.
I should have like sent one and been rehearsing, but anyways. But you did talk about balancing like at the time it was DCC
Yeah.
relationship, all that. Like, how do you do that as a teacher? I feel like I don't feel like it is a very demanding
No,
job.
same.
That
maybe.
yeah, I
life.
feel like it might be a little bit hard.
I'll let you answer first. Or do you want me to answer?
Yeah.
first?
Back to you, Jay.
Okay. I think like when it comes to balancing, what I learned, thankfully, well, number one, my husband and I were doing long distance at the time, and we were in our like year
Where was he
5.
living?
At that point, he was in California.
Okay.
He was in oil and gas at first, and now he's in real estate in Dallas. Like, he's really unique.
Oh,
in Dallas.
pivotal.
Like,
Yeah.
Take that.
yeah, and so at the time we had been on like year 4 or 5 of long distance, and so we were kind of used to it.
Were you married doing distance?
No,
Okay.
no, we were just dating. So when I retired in 2022 is when we got married.
Gotcha.
But I feel like that helped a lot because there was never any expectation of how much time I was spending with him. So because he was a few states away.
Like he wasn't here.
Yeah. And then when it comes to like DCC and school, or even just like school and my relationship now, or being a mom, like you've got to like compartmentalize. That was the
Mhm.
only way that I could do it, is like shut my brain off from school and then go into DCC mode. Or like actually at that point it was like school, PB&J,
Yeah.
DCC, because we would always film after school.
I feel
I
like
don't know how
I'm
I did it.
still thinking about this. I don't have a good answer for that. I was just talking about the Instagram story that I posted today
Mm-hmm.
of like how my brain works. I'll do just tidbits here and there. But if you ask me something during school, I'm like, yeah, what color would look good on that wall?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll leave, and then someone asks me a teacher question. I'm like, yeah. So back to that. It really just, I don't ever shut anything off.
That's how I
I
am.
just flip switches all day
Mhm.
long.
No, that's how I am. And then like I'll see one thing that reminds me of something.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot. That was 2
Mhm.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
Text.
No, that's like was me texting Taylor to plan this. I was like, oh, circling back
You're like,
here.
so we're back to it.
So we're back, literally.
No, I'll shed
Us
2
in
tears and be done.
because we were like DMing each other, and
Yeah.
it was
You're
like
is it time?
Macy would send something, and then I wouldn't respond for a week, and then I'd send something, and I'd be
It's
like,
the
"Here's
worst,
my
though.
number." Like this is
Yeah, you're like, just
and then
tell
we
me
did the
some
same
days.
thing.
Texting's
We're like,
a little
"Voice
bit
memo."
better, but like
Yeah.
Instagram, as soon as I go on there, I'll get so distracted
Mhm.
Yes.
that it's like it's the
Same.
lost
So
cause.
just know, yeah. Heart and mind
Yeah.
is always open.
I
Now,
think
whether
it's
I
just-
reply back.
So
I
you
don't know.
Compartmentalize.
and you
Just, like,
have
switches on.
you have like a lot of windows.
Yeah.
Right.
Half shut, sometimes full,
Mhm.
completely closed.
Exactly. Well, what I've learned for anything is like whenever people are like, "How do you balance it all?" Like most people aren't. Like there's always
No.
going to be one area that has more, and you're gonna feel lacking in the
Yes.
other. Like
Okay,
that's
wait,
just.
I do have an analogy for this.
Oh please.
Because when I-
Oh,
But-
Lord.
Uh,
Her analogies,
Hey,
sometimes.
I'll make it brief.
if it's
Maddie
the
Shara gave me
oxygen
this
mask,
one. No, Maddie.
Okay.
It's not the
She's, like,
oxygen mask.
giving-
Don't worry.
that'll come up later.
That'll come up later. No, one of my friends, when I was like freshly getting back to school, and like it was the beginning of last year, and I was just like,
Which she handled it like a champ. You did.
well, thank you. But being a mom, a working mom, is really, really hard. I am not.
we haven't even like gotten into that.
No, I know. I am not meant at this point in my life to be a stay-at-home mom. It's not for me. Nolan
That's a whole nother
thrives at
beast.
daycare. It's a whole nother beast.
How
to
old's
get into.
Nolan?
He's 16 months.
Oh, king.
Yeah. He's a
bad thing.
chunky boy.
Ugh.
He's so cute. But that is just not for me. Like, I know that I'm a better mom when I'm working
Mhm.
and being a mom. With that being said, it's really hard to feel like you're succeeding in all facets of your life when you're both of those roles that take 100% of your energy and time and mental capacity. And she gave me this analogy of like, there are different things in life that you're juggling, and some of those things are glass and some of those things are rubber. And there's
Ooh.
different times where maybe they switch off. So like Nolan, like he is a glass item. And like whether my house stays clean right now at this point, that's
Rubber.
rubber. That's gonna be rubber for a long time. Me being like the most out there like creative teacher doing these like crazy outlandish themes, that's rubber. Like that is not a priority. However, pulling my small groups and teaching and like making sure the relationships with my students are going well, that's glass. Making sure my husband and I have a good relationship. So the way that she verbalized that to me, I was like, oh, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Like I can like kind of switch up which things I'm gonna let drop on the floor every once in a while, and it's gonna be okay.
And it can change.
And it could
daily,
change.
It could change hourly. It just
Right.
depends. Yeah.
I actually
love
needed that.
Yeah.
I'm like thinking about all the things. I'm like, wait, that's
whole
actually
list,
rubber
we're like,
right
that's
now.
glass.
Rubber.
No, I'm
Don't
like,
shatter that.
Are they
one.
all rubber? I don't know.
No, seriously. Well, I'm gonna ask you for all your other analogies because I could use some more.
You want to tell the oxygen
I
mask?
can't.
Why?
You gotta wait for the perfect time. It'll happen. Don't.
It'll
worry.
happen.
Naturally.
Maybe this question.
organically.
Maybe this
All right,
one.
what's this one?
So I have an analogy.
I had people ask, guys. I have a teacher community in my DMs. Okay.
I love.
I'm sorry.
love
I'm just
that.
like one with the teachers.
Oh,
I'm telling you, this is where the teachers.
It's a great community. I will
2025
say.
teacher.
Exactly. Not okay, guys. I'm shifting from 2025 bride to 2025 teacher.
Like, guys, real.
And if that doesn't work out,
we're going back.
Yeah, it's fine.
try it again.
We can pivot.
No, people asked about burnout and avoiding burnout. I guess that could go hand in hand with like how you balance it all, but I guess like using your summers and winters and
It's 1,000%
oxygen mask.
This is
Oxygen
exactly
mask.
the question that was asked the last time. And you're like, should I? I'm like, you're going to anyways. Take it away.
Well, no, but it's y'all have really set me up for
No, you got it.
a bump set spike it. Okay.
Ever heard?
You know when you're on an airplane and they're like, you've got to put your
You're
oxygen
giving the youth
mask.
pastor vibe
No,
right now.
it's like, so
Listen, children.
want you to open it up.
No, you know when you're on a plane and they're like, hey, if there is like an unaccompanied minor, whatever, put your oxygen mask on before you put theirs on. And I feel like that's the biggest thing as a teacher before burnout comes is like, you've got to take care of yourself before you try to like pour into other people. If your bucket is empty, like you're pouring nothing but frustration and negatives and all kinds of things. But if you have a full,
Take us to church.
this is a good one,
Reverend Brown.
This
Yeah,
is-
that's
and
the
I'm
best way
wrapping
you've
it up.
explained
Thank you.
Okay, You're wrapping it up.
No, I know. I'm
Thought
doing a
it.
really good job.
You
I
are
tend
doing
to
good.
ramble.
That's the
she's
perfect
doing really
place for
good.
this.
Right? No,
Yes.
see, thank you.
Yes,
I need to
you're
keep
safe
you
here.
around.
You're like,
No.
guys.
But I just think when it comes to teacher burnout, the number one thing that you have to do is surround yourself with people that are going to fill your bucket up because they're, like we've already said, there's a lot of teachers that either go onto social media and that's their outlet and that's how they're getting it out, but that spreads so much negativity to
Mhm.
maybe some new girls that are like really excited to get into teaching. And we've had people in our DMs say it, like when we're trying to encourage first year teachers or girls in college right now learning to be like an education major or whatever, that will tell them like, don't do it. It's terrible. And I just think if you find your community and you find your people, then you're going to have a full bucket and you're going to be able to pour into those kids everything that you need to pour into them.
I totally agree. That was good. I
Thank
was
you.
so proud of you. 10 out of 10.
No, y'all, you slayed that.
The oxygen mask, ladies and gentlemen.
That was the analogy.
No, it needed to come out.
It did.
Like we
Did
knew
you
it
get
was
a second one too?
What?
Fill up my bucket so I can pour down to use the
Yeah.
negatives.
Should we read the read aloud?
So, do you have one?
There is a fill my bucket
Wait,
children's book.
maybe I should read that to my math class.
Our
They'll be like, Miss
librarian-
Brown, what are we
Yeah,
doing?
you're like, so 2 + 2. You get what I'm saying?
No, I'm still waiting for your book. Both of y'all's.
Okay, we should probably write a
It
book.
could be cute.
Well,
Maybe in a few years.
okay,
Give a
perfect.
PB to my J.
That's
Aw.
sweet.
It could go viral or go. What's the thing? Go live. Valentine's Day.
Love
Except
that.
for we're not in love.
Yes, we are.
It's a
Thank
different kind of love. You're like, what are you saying?
I was like,
Yeah.
hello. Yes, we are.
It's like, now's the time to announce.
yeah.
Guys.
Also, you have the cutest outfits ever. Like, is there
Ever.
is there such thing as like teacher style? Like,
I feel like yes.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you would be my mood board.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I try to like keep it. I'm like not one
Mhm.
avenue. It just really.
Well, that's why I really like your
feeling.
clothes. Like, I would
Yes.
want to.
Because I'm
Oh
like,
my gosh, I know my mom's. Anyone that comes on the podcast or that I tag, my mom goes and follows immediately. I already know
love-
she's
I
gonna
can't
like send
wait.
me your stories and be like, you should really wear this.
you're like on it.
Yeah.
No, I steal a lot from my mom's closet. That's like my favorite
Always.
thing ever. But I try to do just things that I feel good about, bright colors, but then also I love the monochromatic of just one color all the way down. I wear a lot of things, honestly, that you probably shouldn't wear teaching because if they get dirty or messy, it like actually panics
Yeah,
me.
I was gonna say
The amount of
something
white
else.
pants that I wear all the time, or
Oh, yeah.
crisp, good dresses, I'm like, okay, air hugs, please, please.
My
I feel
friends
like
call me Spilsy as it is. Like as a
I'm
teacher.
so messy.
Yeah, props
So,
not.
Mm, would
Well,
not
I was
work.
just gonna say Peyton is the person that can take 3 items that like a camo shirt, a pattern pant, and like some loud shoes, right? And she somehow puts them all into one outfit where I'm like, no, that would be the highlight of my outfit. But then it looks so good.
No,
our
some people
coworkers-
have that gift of putting outfits together.
It's dumb.
I
It's
don't
really
like my
annoying.
goal.
Sue says that all the time.
Yeah.
She's like, I actually don't understand. You would be someone that I would make fun of for what you are wearing. However, it looks good.
It
I'm
looks
like,
good.
Thank you, maybe.
Yeah.
You're like so.
Yeah, I'm like, so
Sue's-
do you love me?
Sue's been at our school for
Sue's
like
like our mom.
20-something years.
I love
and
Sue.
We love her.
And then like
I'm,
one time
I'm
I
envisioning
wore,
like Sue Sylvester from Glee in a tracksuit.
honestly, there was one
I'm
time I wore
dying.
like it was a black dress. I wore no accessories.
Yeah, everyone was
And
like,
this is
she
when I
okay?"
realized I was like, man, I can't do this ever again. Somebody, it was Perry. He was like, hey, you doing okay? Like came all the way to my classroom to ask me that.
Stop.
And I was like, yeah, you doing good? He's like, yeah. Leaves. Then I'm at lunch. They're like, hey, you all right? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. What's wrong?
People
They're like-
asked me if she was okay.
Literally, they're like, she's
Stop.
wearing black with no accessories. And I was like, oh, I guess I'll put on.
No,
a
I would be like,
Yeah.
she is going through it.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I tried to do like the little barrette thing, like where you just put like 2 little
Oh,
barrettes and put it over.
yes.
That was apparently sad vibes for me.
Not
No,
enough.
it's a skill that you have. Like, even your outfit today, like, if I
Literally.
had those things in my closet, I wouldn't know what to do.
No.
And I think, okay, instead of being a bride this year, I think my new goal is just to be
Like,
complimented.
actually, guys,
It's to
You're
be
like, okay, bride,
complimented.
substitute
Yeah,
teacher.
those are like maybe
Yeah.
getting me some time, but my new goal is just to be complimented on an outfit once.
done.
Like, I
done.
literally
go.
don't have cool, like, I wear the same thing every day. Do you know how to, like, all your clothes are very, you said,
I love color. I
color.
love patterns.
I was
but
gonna
also
say, like, building a teacher wardrobe. If there's, like, just
yes.
Mhm.
some super good salt, like,
I feel like you and I would have
essentials.
different answers, but maybe some
But I feel like a lot of
crossovers.
teachers would have different answers.
Mhm.
Because when I see like teacher wardrobe, yes, I love like a graphic tee and a fun pant.
Mhm.
But I'm like, I like so many other things.
But I'm thinking like, okay, basics. You need to have a good pair of regular, like blue jeans, white jeans, and black jeans.
do you have a favorite brand? Because you need comfy too, because they have to be like sit down jeans that you
Right.
can like.
The Anthropologie, those mauve colored
Yes.
ones. And I found them at Kohl's. I'm not really a Kohl's shopper, but my mom found I found them. My mom found them.
Mhm.
And they're literally $20. I'm all for a
Slay.
steal. That's another
Yeah.
thing
Me
too.
too.
Over my dead body, will I be paying millions of dollars?
It's really hard for me to
clothes.
spend money on
Yeah.
clothes.
So I just find a deal, like a more affordable
Mhm.
dupe, if you will.
Dupe.
Obsessed.
Zara and
love Zara.
American Eagle. I love Zara. That's like my full vibe if I could afford it.
See, I
There's
don't even know where I
nothing-
shop. I just find
I
random
love
stuff.
Zara.
See, like I need that gift. I go shopping and I leave pouting.
You're like, guys.
Right.
Well,
I
you
will say,
can't
since
go
I had
shopping
kids-
looking for something.
No,
That's
I
the
have a
thing. It has
theory.
to find you.
If you're going shopping looking for something, they actually hide all the cute stuff right before you walk
Honestly,
in.
Mhm.
I can see it.
It's like they know that you're looking and they
Yeah.
take it all to the back and they hide it. But
So
if,
when you were in your like fashion era, like working like for like high end fashion people, did they like tell you that? Was that one of the inside
Yes.
secrets?
wait, it's almost like you knew my next
You're
bit.
like, guys.
Well, you know, I'm working on it.
Wait, I'm soft launching
I'm
my new
catching on.
bit. So
Soft
Anna
launching,
Wintour
okay.
is stepping down
okay,
as editor in
alright.
chief of Vogue, and I'm like, wait, and
So-
people know that I quit my job, and now I can say that like
Now
that's what
it's,
I'm
like,
doing.
That's where we're
Perfect.
moving.
That's
That's
the
Yeah,
direction.
isn't that good?
That is good.
My brother's the one
I
that's good at
Do wanna
Photoshop, and
know
I was
how
like,
you
could
figure this
Is this
out?
time? Yeah,
see you guys explaining your two brains, like my brain is kind of similar to hers.
Yeah.
I'll think of like I was falling asleep last night and I saw a TikTok about Anna Wintour
Mhm.
stepping down, and so I like literally wrote in my notes app at like 1 a.m. like new job, and I'll just ride from there.
You're like, and
Like-
that's that.
And, like I can't. Here's also the thing: I can't plan any of my content because it's all like spur of the moment.
Mhm.
And so if I don't have any good ideas, which like has been the last week, I just don't post.
You're like, you'll see me when you see me.
Yeah, you'll see me when I'm funny again.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
like, can't be now.
No, it is hilarious though. I'm like impressed with how many bits you have.
Oh, thank you.
You do.
Sometimes I need to like slow down to give some time to breathe to some of them.
Like, let them marinate.
Exactly, but now it's
Really
ready for
feel.
Anna Wintour.
Wait,
Like
we do need to talk about when you started doing the DCC, or when I don't know. Did you start doing the DCC bit when you went viral for it?
so in 2023, it was while they were filming the documentary, but I didn't know that.
Okay.
Actually 2022, because I moved to Dallas for my job.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like a marketing job.
Yeah.
And I did a TikTok being like, guys, like I actually moved here for another job if you want me to speak on that controversy. And everyone's like, what was it? And so then I was like,
Controversy.
then that's when I started the whole story time of like,
Okay.
I moved to be a DCC, but I was too good. Simon Cowell
Okay,
recruited
yeah.
me.
Right.
They said that I would be a distraction. Dak Prescott and I had issues.
yeah.
Right.
So
Just doesn't
that's
what's best.
so
Well, I
it
feel
started in
like-
2023, and that was when I learned how to commit to a bit because I kept doing follow-ups. Like in the
Uh-huh.
past, I would do like one funny video and then I would never repeat it again. I
Yeah.
was like, huh. And then like 2023 was when I learned how to follow up with a bit.
Okay. Because I feel like
Yes.
that's when we all started seeing your videos, and we were like, "This girl is
It's
hilarious."
hilarious. Yeah.
And
So
so we
glad
would
you
be
say
like,
that.
your videos have been sent in all of our group chats. Like it's
like-
so funny. We'd be like, "Wait, no, this girl's actually really funny."
Wait,
And
that
your
means a
dance
lot.
Videos when you're like, everyone just doesn't understand. You'd be like dancing
to a lyrical song.
This is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
No, here's the thing. I took like one intermediate dance class in 7th grade, and the moves that I learned there are what I use to this day.
You're like, that is it.
Exactly. So I think one day I'll like take a new dance class just for some new variety.
Yeah,
I'm
just
still
one or
gonna have. I'm always gonna have my improv touch,
Obviously.
but I need
Mm-hmm.
some new like techniques. I'm actually really wanting to do a lyrical to a Gracie Abrams song right now. If you
Yeah.
could offer
Love
freelance
with the little
lessons.
Yeah, no, I
Hallelujah
got you.
walk
Yes,
would
but
be
you dance
great.
too. Could we all do it together?
Absolutely.
But
As
I-
a trio?
Yes.
Is it
Absolutely.
time?
I really want it to be like the LA dance studio videos with like
Love.
professional lighting.
Mhm.
Like,
You need to come to Tara's class.
okay, done.
Okay, my friend
Yeah, I feel
Tara,
like-
she has
got it.
classes in Dallas, and it's like she's insane, and it's just
Like,
like
lyrical or like hard
no, it's
hitting
like
bam,
it's
bam?
like fun, like bouncing around, twerking, like doing your whole
Right.
thing. It's like,
I feel like we're more grounded.
Right.
Yes,
Mhm.
we're
But it's
more
feel-
intuitive.
Yes.
Okay.
One with the ground.
You're like, no, I just gave you a wreck. No, but I
I'm
will
like,
start with that
no,
out of my
it really
comfort
is
zone.
so much fun though.
Okay.
It's like if you want to go dance just to have fun,
That's
I promise.
the class for
I
you.
promise it's not like a training class.
Okay.
Like, just to have fun,
Well,
go to terrace
we get
class.
in there, we're like, right.
We're like, it's chill. Well, I went to DCC Victoria's class in New York last summer.
Oh, how was that?
Really?
It was really hard. And there was girls like really training.
Yeah.
Like taking it really seriously, and I drug my friend there. I
I
No,
drug.
we drug her.
I drug her.
there.
That's how I got her to go. No, but I took my friend, and neither of us like actually danced, obviously, and it was really intimidating. Obviously, like I know everyone might think that I do, but
Yeah,
I don't. That's my biggest
obviously.
misconception.
Mhm.
No, exactly. But back to teaching, guys. It keeps going back to DCC. I'm so sorry.
No, I love it.
No,
I can't help it.
it's my life. It's our life.
Yeah, it really is.
We have a really good
It's who we're
photo
meant to
coming.
be,
Wait, I don't
you
even
know?
know what timing we're at. I'm sure we're fine.
No, I have no idea. I took my
It's-
watch off. I'm like,
You're so present and in the
And I
know.
had mine.
I'm
Well, that's why I have
so
my note
present.
card. That's why I'm so present, because I used to do stuff on my notes app, and then I
Okay.
get distracted and the ADHD.
right.
But
Squirrel.
it is summer, and we have some first year teachers starting this year.
Yes.
Do you have any like advice for first year teachers, or like
Get a
things
good
in the
stapler. That's it.
stapler?
That's all you need.
Peyton's like biggest thing.
It really is.
Do you have a stapler recommendation?
That's the thing.
No,
No.
I have a
No.
pink one.
Speed advice.
Get a stapler.
Rapid fire.
Okay, number one, find your people, be a sponge, and in the most like respectful way, recognize the fact that you are a first year teacher and you've got so many ideas, and there's a place and a time, or a time and a place for you to share those ideas, but there's more of a time and a place for you to ask questions and watch what people are doing and really just soak it up.
Last thing, also really do buy a stapler and tape, all the things. But watch somebody else teach a lesson. I think that's
Yes.
the biggest thing, because it's not that we're ever incapable of anything, but it's like, how does your school do it? How does your district want you to teach? And obviously you're going to have your style, but how do we want to implement the curriculum? I feel like it's an easy, quick, like I can watch 10 minutes, done. Got it.
I've got one more thing.
Go.
Oh, you can.
I think a lot of the time, first year teachers, we see if Peyton was a first year teacher and I were to be like, hey, like, can I help you with this? And she's like,
Got it.
oh, no, I'm good. Like, I've got it. Like, I think, trying to look confident or trying to look like she knows what she's doing.
Like they don't want to inconvenience.
Right. But it's like if
Veteran
somebody's
teachers.
offering you help, take it. Ask for help. They like veteran teachers want to help you. That's what we're there for.
Yeah.
It's the best.
That is good advice. Just in general, like I literally didn't learn that until like my most recent job, to be like, hey, I made a mistake. I need help.
Yeah,
like,
right?
no one cares that much. Like, you're not gonna knock on wood, and you're not gonna get fired on
They'd
the spot.
rather
Like, you
ask
can say when
questions
you need
than,
help.
like, do it wrong every time.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm obsessed with y'all, my new besties, and I'm my new co-teachers with my new career.
Wild.
This is my favorite question to ask because it sounds really official. Where can they find you?
Wait, so fun.
You
No.
can find us on TikTok at
Mhm.
PJ 4th grade.
Go follow. You will want to switch careers.
Yeah, come on.
And then we've just started our Instagrams up in here.
Yeah.
We've actually really put forth some effort, I feel.
We've started putting more effort into our Instagram.
It's actually, whew,
I
it's a
feel
lot of
that
work.
it's hard. That's like me with this podcast. Like, it's a lot of work.
It's
Yeah.
so much work.
But Instagram is PB Condor. I just changed my name and I'm so sad about it. I was
think
Payton
it's-
Beals for the longest
But
time.
at least you still have PB.
I
Yes,
think it's, I
PB
think it's
Condor.
great.
It
and
is.
then mine is _ Taylor Jane Brown.
Slay.
Yeah.
I'm an underscore girly too.
Wait, that's nice.
I
Because someone
know.
else took Taylor Jane Brown.
Yeah,
I'm
someone
like,
took Macy
how dare they?
Thompson. I'm like, that's. I
Nice.
know that's the most generic
no,
name,
I'm like
but
Taylor
like,
Jane Brown. That's a unique name.
no,
You're
seriously.
like, guys, hello.
What do you mean?
I'm the first ever Taylor Jane.
Like, come on, guys.
Okay, well, this was amazing. Thank you guys for coming. I say see you in just a bit at the very end, so I'll let y'all do the honors and say you can say see you in just a bit. Yeah.
Ready?
See you in just a bit.